Part of the process that we use in our meeting with clients is we ask a ton of questions. We want to know, what have they had before? What have they liked? What have they disliked? What have they experienced elsewhere at a friend's house or a family member's house? What do they like about that? How they intend on using this space? Do they have specific music or movies they like listening to? And so if someone were to come to us and as part of our questions, we discover that they love listening to music, we're gonna design things a little bit differently to incorporate both music and movies. So to clarify, and why we do that is, certain speaker layouts or speaker types, certain types of speakers lend themselves to certain roles. The audio that comes from movies is different than what comes from, say, a CD or a record or just music in general. And so when we know someone is going to use a system one way or the other, we are building and designing and laying things out accordingly based on how they'll use it.
Optimized for the experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, for example, when it comes to theater rooms and other design characteristics pertaining to the screen, if someone says, hey, I really like watching really cinematic movies and I want a really wide image, because this might be a topic for another video, but you know, when you watch a movie and let's take, trying to think of a good example, but when you get that really wide image, and on your newer widescreen TVs, there's bars on the top and bottom. That occurs because of the lens and the film that the movie makers are using. And so when you translate that movie, which is intended to be viewed in theaters, to your home television, it doesn't fit. So if someone said, hey, I'm really interested in watching, I'm gonna watch movies 90% of the time, we might actually design a system with a screen that better matches that ultra-wide CinemaScope format, as they call it. So that's no different than the audio question, where if someone came in and said, hey, I'm going to listen to music 90% of the time, we're absolutely going to design a system that's different under those circumstances. But just like your minivan can hold 8 people, it could probably pull a trailer, but it's not going to do super great at it.
Right.
So if you go into the car dealership and you say, hey, I've got a 21-foot bass boat that I want to haul, they're not going to recommend a minivan to you. They're going to recommend maybe an extended cab truck so you can still fit 5 people and really do well at pulling the boat. So yeah, they can do both. But if we know how it's going to be used, we will design the system to accommodate their needs so that their dollars and the room layout accommodate how they're going to use it most of the time.